Thank you for staying with us. The people of Southeast Nigeria continue to be confused by conflicting directive on the sit-at-home order in the region. As the confusion rages, the Senate Minority Leader Iyinaya Abaribe has revealed that the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, told him that he neither ordered nor knew about the Monday sit-at-home, which has continued to be observed in the region. The senator also lamented that businesses are being crippled as a result of the sit-at-home, saying hoodlums hijack and enforce the order on citizens. Today, for some time now, we've been talking about this sit-at-home, and after some time, conflicting orders started coming, and people more out of fear, not out of solidarity again. Because if you come out, they might destroy your shop and everything. So some areas, they still adhere to this model sit-at-home order.
Yes, it's still very much being obeyed. IPOB has repeatedly made it clear that sit-at-home would only be enforced on the days that Nnamdi Kanu is brought to court.
We appear in court.
But these days, whether he's appearing in court or not, on Mondays people will sit at home because cultists and other undesirable elements have been capitalizing on it to attack travelers, to attack business people who dare to open their shops. Even if you try to protect your shop on those days, they will still come after you. Many people are paid with their lives, some burnt inside their vehicles, so the people have made up their minds that whether they hear from anybody or not, they will simply stay at home to be on the safe side. And the threats by governors have failed to convince people to go to work on Mondays. Even now, the school, I won't say school calendar, how do I describe it now? The days that students, that schools are open for business have been adjusted. So now the week officially starts for schools on Tuesday and ends on Saturday. That has now become the model. Even some business premises, banks now open on Tuesday, and then on Saturdays too they open. Just
to make up for that Monday.
Yeah, so that you don't lose too much by staying away from work on Monday. So, and Abaribe is lamenting that, look, the region is suffering because people are moving their businesses to other areas. Mondays are the days when the Igbos open their containers. The people that they are doing business with are in other parts of the country, southwest, northwest, and other places. So it is not to the benefit of the people that this sit-at-home has continued. So since they had a history of opening containers on Mondays, but if the containers are delivered and you can't open on Monday and then sent to your clients here and across the country, then the people have decided to, go to Calabar to open those containers. So that's like relocating business from the southeast. And unfortunately, the way it is now, some elements are even saying now that, look, IPOB is beyond Nnamdi Kanu himself. There are times when an idea will simply outgrow the originator of the idea. So that's what we are seeing.
Yeah, it's hurting them economically.
In my own view, I don't agree with Senator Abaribe, because Senator Abaribe was part of the problem.
How?
Because they created a monster that they could not control. When IPOB was going beyond what was reasonable, they were supporting them. You see, the problem is when you create a monster, it becomes so powerful, you are not even in a position to control what you have created, which is what is going on now. And Nnamdi Kanu and maybe his key officials do not agree with what is going now. But those who run IPOB now are not Kanu and his lieutenants. It has taken a life of its own. And now they've created people that they cannot control. They can't control those people. Several times they've said, no, this thing is not right. But they've allowed some people, hoodlums and cultists, to taste power. You understand? They've tasted power and they enjoy it. So it's giving them that good time feeling, because they will say, we don't want anybody to open on Mondays, which is ridiculous, which is not reasonable. If you are fighting for the interests of the Southeast, what you are doing is hurting the economy of the Southeast.
I think this should
and those that you are attacking are people of the Southeast. So they cannot justify what they are doing. But they've created a monster already, and there's nobody that can control that monster, because when you say that, oh, don't do this, the cultists that have enjoyed the power that comes with that we are IPOB, we are the one, we want the Republic of Biafra, we are the one that is doing things and attacking people everywhere. You can't stop them. You can't stop them, because it's too late to stop them. That's the reality. Because they allowed the agitation to get out of hand. And they created these people. Now they are lamenting that. Abadibe should know that is very close to IPOB. It was the one that signed as shorty for Kanu. They should know, when they were doing those things that they were doing, that it will come to affect them too. And that is the reward of what they created. And we have to face reality. They are just wasting their time. There is no way Kanu can control those boys that are doing things now. Even if he's on ground, he can't control them, except he agrees to do what they want to do.
Do you agree that this thing might have gone out of hand, as in out of Kanu's control?
What I disagree with is that Abadibe and co created Kanu. Kanu created himself, and the government.
No, I didn't say created Kanu. I said he supported them. No, I didn't say create Kanu.
No. You said they created.
No, I said they created a monster.
Well, they didn't create any monster. Kanu created himself. Kanu is in his own image. That Abadibe decided to stand shorty for someone does not mean that he approved of all of what he was doing. There is no evidence that the elites created Kanu. It's a case of us not handling him the right way. Did we not have Wazurike behaving basically the same way, agitating for Biafra? The way this man, at the time when we were making Kanu feel important, even on this program I said, look, we are going to make this guy unnecessarily popular. By the time he becomes popular, young people who never witnessed the war, they are the ones who are now, there is nobody who witnessed the war who would want to be on his side. And it's not even entirely true that they enjoyed what he was doing, or that they cannot speak to IPOB. We even saw, even with the last election in Anambra, that they spoke to IPOB, and IPOB changed his mind. The people who are the cultists who are harassing people in the East, they are not the IPOB members. The old man, the one of the surviving ministers of the First Republic, Amechi, who led Igbo leaders of thought to President Buhari, he said there were occasions when he spoke to Kanu and said, please don't do this civil disobedience, and he listened to him. So it's not as if the case is completely, in fact, before IPOB decided that from now, it is only on the days that they bring him to court that there will be civil disobedience. It was in response to demands by leaders from the East that, look, this thing is hurting our people. Can you do something about it? So I still believe that this is not a matter that is beyond redemption. And I'm saying that it is not in all cases that you use force. We tried to use force over the Niger Delta Avengers. It failed miserably. Nobody told us when we decided that dialogue was better. God will spare our lives. It is not in all cases that force can bring the desired result. Even in Colombia, it has now occurred to them in Colombia after up to more than 40 years of fighting that is better to embrace dialogue. Now they've come to the round table.
To judge.
You know, after more than 1 million people had been killed, they now come to the round table. So we are saying that, look, there was an opportunity for dialogue when that old man Amechi led people, and the president said, I will consider it. But apparently, after some people spoke with him, they opted for the other option. And the president now said, oh, I would rather let the judiciary do its work. Who filed the matter before the judiciary? There's no case there's no criminal case that the Attorney General of Nigeria cannot decide to discontinue. He has that power to discontinue any matter. He can call for any file and say no more. I'm taking this over. No, the case is not continuing. Abaribe said at that time that, look, because I was the leader of the Igbo caucus, they contacted me over the matter of bail, and he agreed to stand as surety. And when people were saying, oh, they must arrest him, they didn't know that the judge had already done the needful, which means that even when Kanu did not show up, Abaribe was not liable to be arrested. So standing surety does not mean that he supported all that they were doing. It has reached a point now that no sensible person will watch people die and say he's happy. No. He created himself. That's the point. What I disagree with you is to say that who are the people who created Uwazurike?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying who created Kanu.
No, you said it's part of the problem. That was the way you started.
No. I said he created. I said Kanu and those who support him. And I still believe
and you are mentioning
that Abaribe is one of his supporters.
Because it's too short. Just because it's too short.
But what I'm saying is that when Kanu, they created Kanu and IPOB. What I'm saying is that IPOB has created a monster that is now bigger than Kanu himself.
We know that. We know that.
It is not Kanu now. It's not Kanu.
We know that. But to say Abaribe and others created him, that is all.
Those who are doing the nonsense they are doing now. Kanu is not in the position to stop them, because like I said, you have allowed some people who are hoodlums and cultists to enjoy the power that Itato they did not have. Now they are doing things that is so wrong that is affecting everybody. But my own problem is that I agree that it is not every case that you use force. I agree. But at the same time, the Nigerian state, it depends on what you are agitating for. If you are agitating for disembarkment of Nigeria, Nigerian state cannot pacify Kanu on that.
Nobody is asking for.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on what Kanu must agree. Kanu must agree that the disembarkment of the Nigerian state is not possible.
We made him popular. We made him popular. This guy was insignificant. If he had been ignored, this thing would not have been where we are.
Yes.
So what are we saying? We made him popular.
They didn't do him well. But at the same time, what they are agitating for now,
it's now looking like the victim. And in the world, people always pity and fight for anybody who looks like an underdog. He presented himself as an underdog against the Nigerian state. Now he has received a lot of sympathy. We have said also that some of the issues bringing about even this all these issues of this memberment should be addressed. Address them. We addressed that of the Niger Delta partly with the program that they set up for them, the amnesty program. Some of them even went abroad. Some of them are pilots today. Address some of those issues, the agitations. There are people even outside of that zone who still don't want to be part of Nigeria.
Gentlemen.